Alright, here we are with the next part of Metal Gear Solid 5. We just extracted the honeybee, outran the Skulls unit. Let me see here, what we got going on? Yeah. Alright, staff management. Okay. Weapons and items, what do I have? Oh, nice. Alright. So let's see what missions we got. Oh, there's that challenge task, alright. What happens first? You know, this does seem like a, this seems like a good mission to do, because we can get background expositions. Yes. Hey, this is the Ground Zero suit. Then you have the Operation Snake Eater one. Then you have the stealth suit for this game. Not gonna lie, the Black Ocelot actually does look pretty dope. But alright, we're gonna go in at night. We're gonna start using the stealth suit now. It's gonna make stuff easier. It's gonna make everything a lot easier. Reset, or resume game. I don't know why I said reset. I just struggle bus all the way through that whole thing right there. Okay, yeah, this is like one of the ones where the dude's like held. Because he's like in there. I like really should have just brought like a sniper rifle. Let's see how well this influence. Let's see how well this sneaking suit works. Okay. Yeah. Alright, got those two. Keep moving. Boom. Ooh, diamond. Take on. Oh shit. Sweet. You know, I was supposed to be playing like exposition tapes for the lore. calculators in real quick. What do we got? So here. Oh, hold on.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles? We're at the center of the world here. We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean. Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course. So it's prime real estate for a mercenary. Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor. Owes us? The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the west wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup.
That material. It could be just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment.
They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens. So we're bodyguards, too. It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big. Aren't you being a little hasty? Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now. So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler. Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage? It was stimulating. Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years. Is that right? The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake? That I have. When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it. That good, huh? The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Okay, the subject is in. You gonna extract him?
Well, that's a sign up in the bag.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state. Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in. So why are they giving these PFs free rein? That's our fault, too. What do you mean? What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists. They have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dreams, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs.
Roger.
It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations. And that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country. We define the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us. An extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you. The legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge. But they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are.
Got some sheep. Sheep are cool. Really, all my stuff is already too full. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I know what I want to do first. Oh, I need a transportation specialist. Okay. Commence mission. Red brass. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, punished Venom Snake.
The 3 Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all 3. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck. I've sent the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to your map. Take a look. Be careful down there, boss. Is that him? Take a good look at their faces. That's one of the targets.
Boss, come in.
I got like way too. I let the dude in the car go way too far. I shouldn't have let him.
The 3 Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all 3. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck. I've sent the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to your map. Take a look.
Ooh.
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal.
Okay.
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
No check my hat. Not yet. I'm over here like, this is gonna be an easy ass
3
message.
Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all 3. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck. I've sent the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to your map. Take a look.
Alright, there we go.
First target extracted. Good. Now for the other two. You gotta extract him.
Gotta get moving.
Whoa! Whoa!
Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
Whoa! Whoa!
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets. That's the target. Looks like we found him.
Dun, 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 dun. Sneaking up.
Что?
If I can get over to come around the corner and look at the box in my head with the box pop.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Target extracted. Only one left. There. That's the target. Target extracted. We'll let the client know he's been dealt with. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
It's definitely not meant to drive us down any of this.
Roger. We can't let them follow you. Throw off the enemies on your team. What? You're going back? Arriving shortly at LZ. ЛКП, понял. Следите за ними. Не позволяйте им уходить с фланга. Конец связи. This is Speedhawk. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Стоп. ЛКП. Ответьте. Стоп. Ответьте. Стоп. Стоп. ЛКП. Стоп. Прием. Departing.
I forgot to blow their radio up. That was the last mission, I think.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
I don't think so. How did I get an S rank on that? Huh. I don't know how I got an S rank on that. Makes no sense.
Ocelot got the details of the meeting out of that commander. It seems you've been doing your job just a little too well, boss. The Soviets have begun reinforcing the 40th Army's units in Afghanistan, sending in more men and new equipment. While things haven't exactly been easy for us up till now, they're about to get even tougher. More staff from each of the teams are active in the area of operations now. That means some will be wounded, get sick, or suffer PTSD. That's where the medical team comes in. I've taken the liberty of commissioning the construction of a new medical platform. Having proper medical facilities for the men is a matter of life or death, so I put up the resources this time around. You can check on the platform's progress by selecting base facilities under the iDroid's mother base menu.
Nice. Okay, radar specialist. Ooh. we are going to call it that for this episode. Thank you guys for coming in and watching, enjoying it. Do the like, the subscribe thing, all the cool things. We'll see you for the next one.